Welcome back, tennis fans. We are back on Tennis Manager 26, trying to build the best academy from scratch that we possibly can. And we have met two of our goals. We have one with a youth graduate. We have one now, not just the U.S. Open, which Lara won a couple seasons ago. She just comes off of her French Open victory. And so she is ready now to tackle Wimbledon. Notice, unlike in the French where Nathan and Milagros both made the main draw, they are not going to be competing this time. They got knocked out in the first and second round of qualifiers. Andre did as well. But their rankings are new career highs, 171 for Nathan, 189 for Milagros, 321 for Andre. He did do a quarterfinal of the French Junior Open. He's kind of done with the juniors. 642 for Maria. She's done with the juniors as well. Isn't even competing in them anymore. Victor is up to 1205 because he appeared in a second round qualifier for an ATP 250 he was invited in. So he's up to 1205, 17. This is about to be his show in a season or two. Beisel's up to 227 in the juniors. Misha is 252. So since we last left off, not a lot of tournaments have been going on. Misha was a round of 16 exit in a J4. Faisal, a quarterfinalist in a J4. Victor, quarterfinalist in the French Junior. And in the qualifier I talked about, he's currently in a J1 where he won the first round. Maria was a quarterfinalist in the W15. Andre, the quarterfinalist in the French Junior before Wimbledon exit. Milagros was a victor in a W25. That ticked off one of her goals there. Lara was a quarterfinalist in both Queens and Berlin, building up for the grass tournaments. And then Nathan was a quarterfinalist in an ATP 100 event. So that was encouraging to see there. Now, where they're sitting, here you have Nathan. Actually, let's look at this way so you can see their growth recently. Nathan's really close to increasing his serve. Yet again, I like that everything's at 10s. So we're trying to get this maybe up to 15 if we can. Lara, this is where she's at, trying to get those physical abilities up where she's a little bit lacking in. Milagros is, again, we're trying to just kind of get these other things ticking up while also improving that serve to 13. She just recently got it to 12. Andre's looking good. He's just a poor man's Nathan at the moment. He's just a little behind here, but he's on better pace because he is an early bloomer. He's only 17. And so we want these physical ones to get up to 10 quickly. Here's Maria. She's kind of just picking spots to improve. The serve's looking good. Her physical abilities, we're trying to get to 10 before we really focus in on some of these skills there. Want to get this up to 13 again because we've seen what Lara can do with a good serve. We'll come back to Victor in a moment. Faisal is growing really quickly, but he's got a long way to go, and he is a late bloomer, so he should be okay. But encouraging signs altogether that he's able to compete. He's not going to be going up to the pros real soon. He'll have another junior year for sure, unlike Victor and Andre, who went up near the end of their second years. Misha will probably be like Faisal. He's going to take a while to go. But again, these two were considered a world-class player for Faisal and a top player for Misha. So this is where we are. He's improving. But Victor, this is, like I said, the Victor show. Look at these huge improvements. He's already almost up to 15 and the service, which would be a new high for us. He's 10 on everything except forehand consistency. And a lot of these are getting up even better and bigger. And so this is exciting. Victor is one that I'm excited to see what he can go on to do. But we're going to get in there and notice the pro team. For the most part, we're all happy and in really excellent form. So hopefully that carries on for Lara in her first match, which Sydney has already stumbled out of the blocks and lost in her first round. Maya Joint also lost, though. Victoria Mboko, who's the Australian Open winner, we know, she was upset. Mariella Tham, 32nd seed, was upset. So a lot of people have been dropping this early. So Lara needs to lock in and win this against an opponent she has not faced before, but is in rock bottom form and is weak in morale. So if ever there was a time we should win, it is this one. I'm not really excited for any of these. So remember, everything's important. Don't overlook her. This is one we need to take care of. So Julia's getting to start with a save. We're hoping for a good first game. Lara's already self-assured. While they're both concerned on motivation. That's interesting. And Julia's starting off strong with 2 points to start off the game. Hits it wide. So, all right, so Lara's up to 15-30. A break would be great, but it doesn't look like we're going to get an early break. We will not. Julia took care of things, 40-15. But then Lara comes back with her first ace. gets another winner there. 30 love, 40 love, 3 straight points, dominating on the serve. Like I said, if we can get Milagros' serve up to her level, I think she's got a better all-around game, other than she doesn't have the height in the the wingspan that Lara has, or the mental ability yet. She's getting there, though. Okay, so they both hold serve on their first one, and they do again, 3-3. Lara's not anywhere close to getting a break. Almost got broke. Oh, she gets the break right at the end, but then she almost gave up the first set. She is on fire here. Let's keep that going. Okay, 7-5. That was a close one. Keep ahead of her. What were we looking at? Only one double fault. Not getting the service return points at all. Man, she is dominating her first serve. Julia is, and now she's up 2-0, 2-2. Laura's fighting back. 3-3, holding serve. Both are holding serve again. We're going to go ahead and increase that. How is she doing on the return game in the second set? She's doing much better. So hopefully that means with the increase in intensity, she'll be able to take care of things before it gets too bad. And it doesn't. It actually goes the other way. And now Laura's... This is not what we want to see at all. Especially this girl is crushing, absolutely crushing Lara. Just try to be a little bit more cautious, I guess. I'm not sure. 2-2, 3-3. Oh, she almost got the break. It was so close. Instead, it's going to go the other way. Oh, we're in a tie break now. This is not what we want to see, but Lara is up 3-1. Serve will be coming back her way, but this has taken a lot of energy out of Lara to possibly advance to the next round. Okay, up 4-2 with the serve. A win here. This is what we need. 5-2. So even if these do not go her way, she can serve out for the win. And hopefully she will, because otherwise I don't know that she's going to see the light of day back. Good winner there, 6-4 match. Oh, it's not match point because it's the third set. We need a double fault for her right now. Whoa, it doesn't give it to us. 7-6. Did not expect to focus in on a early round matchup like this. Was hoping this would be a two-setter. 8-6. This is a big point right here. She gets the ace, and now she's on match point, triple match point, and gets it right there. Way closer than we wanted, but we will take it. Wow. Not the most encouraging thing in the world. So now I'll take care of Victor's game, and then we'll be back for Lara's second round, which will hopefully be a little bit better than the last one. Well, the next two rounds, I accidentally had the mic turned off. I didn't notice that. So we are going to just jump to week 2 of Wimbledon. Lara did thankfully make it. Victor lost in his J1 final. But let's pick up now where I actually remembered to turn the mic on. We are ready for week 2 of Wimbledon. And so this time she's going to be going up in the round of 16. But meanwhile, Victor went out in the final of the J1. He was so close to winning. We have Maria getting ready to go after a W25 this week. Faisal and Misha are going after J4s. But the story is Lara Cristina, and we are kicking it off in the round of 16 against Qinwen Zhang, who is an opponent that she has lost to twice before in 2 3-set matchups. And they all, 5 of those 6 sets went to tie breaks. They've both been on grass where they met in late rounds as well, and Zhang's had the best of her, including earlier at the Queen's quarterfinal. Let's see if Lara can turn that one around this time. Zhang, I'm assuming, oh, she is not in good morale or form despite getting to the round of 16, while Lara's in great form and everything. Zhang's still the better overall player, and she's beat her before, so we're going to see what do we need to tell her. Today is your day, Lara. Let's see how this thing gets started. Hopefully we have some reversal of fortune here. This is one who's had her number just barely, though. It's not like it's been a stomping that Laura's been defeated. But if you're making easy, errors like that, that's not going to win it for us. And that's not going to help either. This is where Lara's physical abilities still need to get up there. Her speed and footwork and agility. We're working on those. Just not increasing as much as we would like. Okay, so she's battled back to 30 all. Almost got the double fault for us. And there's a double fault, so we're up to deuce. Let's see if Lara can pull off a... Nah. Early break point would be massive. Oh, nice forehand winner. Oh, hits it wide, and now the advantage is back to Zhang. Back and forth they go. Zhang gets her first one, hold serve. Laura's turn to try to do the same. She's up 15 love. Hits it wide. Those little mistakes will kill you, but that will also win you a lot of points. That's the Lara we really like to see, how she just moves to the net right off the bat and puts it away. Okay, so there we go. Those are good. We are going to try to move to the net a little bit more, and we're going to try to move up just a notch on our second serve return. See if that does anything. Okay, held serve, both of the did. 3-3. Lara was looking almost like she was going to get a break there. Oh, she does get the break, and oh, she does hold on. 6-4. Great start. That's what we want to see. Not a lot of aces. 4 double faults for Zhang. She's winning those second serve points 56% of the time on the returns. 5 serve winners, 18 total winners. And her net points 14 of 17. So we need to, obviously that strategy is working some. Make a stream. Come on, Lara. 1-1. 2-1. They're holding serve. Lara gets a break. Oh, she gets another break. That was the wrong one. 6-2. And she has exercised her demons there. And she's moving on to the quarterfinal of Wimbledon. One step closer. So now it's Misha's turn and Faisal's turn, and I'll get these played. Maria, update you on them, and then we'll be back for Laura's quarterfinal, which is the best she's ever made it at Wimbledon. This is what she did 2 years ago. So can she break through? I mean, she's in great form, so this might be the season that she takes another one. We'll find out soon. All right, Lara is on a run. Look at these straight sets in the last two, 6-2s and 6-4s, and now she's going up against Anya Aurora. Our girl Iga Swiatek is in there, so again, rooting for her, not Rybakina. But we got some tough games to get to before we even worry about that. But this is one, oh my goodness, Lara has a 5-match advantage. It's not letting us see what they were, but she's beaten her before. Let's hope she continues this on. Let's keep this trend going. But we saw what happened last time. We were able to pull off the reversal on Zhang, so we cannot overlook this one. Of course, that looked like a lot weaker serve from Anya Aurora, and if that's the case, that helps for Lara, I would say, immensely. Double faults are always nice as well. Yeah, she has a much weaker serve. So tell you what we're going to do right off the bat. We're going to try to move up and really take advantage of that and see if it does. So Lara got the break right off the bat. She's up 15 love. Now, don't make those mistakes. She's hitting it long. That's good. Backhand winner. Aurora hits it long that time. And then Lara into the net. There's advantage back to Lara. And there we go, up 2-0. Let's see how this service... idea maybe works for us in action a little bit. So she handled that one well. But of course, if you're hitting aces, it's not seeming to matter as much. Oh boy. Wow, she was nailing those aces that time. But Lara just needs to hold serve. 4-2. 5-3. Almost getting a break. Oh, and she gets another break there. 6-3. Don't let go. Come on, Lara. Get to the semis. 1-0. She starts off strong. 2-0. 3-0 right off the bat. 4-0. Oh my goodness. She just put her foot down on that one. 6-0. Excellent job. And now we're moving to the semifinal. But before we get there, got to take care of this W25. Both Misha and Faisal won their first rounds of their J4, which they're in the same J4. So there's a chance they could face each other in the final. I don't know that. I'm not the most confident that's going to happen, but we'll see. So we'll get back to Lara in the semifinal. Well, the good news is we have our semifinal now ready to go, but the bad news is Swiatek lost to Rybakina, so if we do win, we have to go up against Rybakina again in the final. First, we have to get through Emerson Jones, who's been on a hot streak of her own, so that's going to be tougher. Both of our boys, Faisal and Misha, are making it into the quarters or semifinals of their J4s, and Maria is in the quarterfinal of her W25, so that's good news for the Academy altogether. But this is the one we want to see. Can Lara make it to her first Wimbledon final and her second Grand Slam final in a row? She's going up against an opponent she has not faced before. Don't know much about her. She's ranked number 29. So she's at her best career ranking is 19. 7 titles to Lara's 12. How old is she? 24. So her best result, 2028, she made the Wimbledon semifinal. So she's been here before. This is a huge match. Want to try to get this one and go up against her nemesis Rybakina, who Lara was able to defeat previously, so maybe momentum will be on our side. We'll see what kind of start Lara can get off to. Looking for her second Grand Slam championship in a row, but Emerson Jones is apparently saying she's going to make this a little tough, starting off 40 love, but Lara at least got 1 point back. And she gets the second one, so now it's to 40-30 with, oh, there's the winner. Let's see if Lara can hold serve her own. Not if she's hitting the ball into the net like that, she won't. There, that's what we want to see. Still need to get her net game improved. She's dangerous at the net, especially for that reach, but the problem is she hits it into the net or too wide far too often. As I just said. But there that's why she's good. Not doing that though. This is a dangerous start. It's already break point, but Lara battles back for deuce. Trying to set a tone. Whoa, what a return that was. Long rally here. Just hit it wide long for Emerson. So now we've got advantage Lara. And into the net, so they both hold serve. Lara had a little bit harder time than Emerson did, but there she did better. Oh, and she gets the break at 3-2, 4-2. 5-3, just needs to hold serve. And she does to take the first game. 6-4. Not a lot of winners. Oh. Total forced errors, 15 on Emerson Jones. Net points won, 7 out of 10. Maybe that's something we should look at doing, going just a little bit more to the net. I don't want to say we're dominating the match because I think that would be an overstatement. Let's see if Lara can take the second set. So first off, they're both holding serve. Lara had 3 straight points on that one, but couldn't finish it off. They're still holding serve. Here's where we're going to increase the intensity because it's going to carry over into the third set anyways. So we want to see if she can maybe get a break point after this. She holds serve, and she does get the break, and she holds serve 7-5. We are going back to a second straight final for Lara. She's got a chance to win us our second Wimbledon after Sydney did, but our third one that counts for an Academy graduate. That's exciting. I've got to take care of these quarterfinals, and then we'll be back for the final to see if Lara can add another notch to her championship belt and get herself another Grand Slam. And not only that, if she can, I mean, Swiatek's going to drop down to 8,000. Lara's would jump up to 6,000. She'd be like right in the top few right here. She'd probably be in the top 2 or 3. So that's exciting. She's not going to drop 2,000. She's going to get a lot of points from the semifinal, but she's gaining on Swiatek, and she could be our first number 1 also, but it would definitely mean she's already kind of locked herself into the finals, I think. She's in 4th. She's going to jump even farther. So she's got a really good shot at making her first WTA finals. But we got to get through these others first, and we'll be back when we do. Well, here we are. Misha just went to semifinal. Maria's made it to the semifinal of a W25. Faisal just dropped out or got knocked out in 3 sets of his J4 in the quarterfinal. I was hoping for a Faisal versus Misha final, but this is the final we really want to see. Rybakina going up against Lara Kristina Haas. Let's see what Lara can do here. Again, Lara just got the best of her 2 times ago with the French Open in the round of 32, but before getting beat in the Berlin Open quarterfinal. She's played her tough every time except for that quarterfinal. Let's see what can happen here. Oh. Looking for that second Grand Slam championship in a row for Lara. First Wimbledon one. That is not going to be something we want to see. I think we're going to need to do another one where we move her more to the net a little bit faster, because those long rallies I think are going to end up favoring Rybakina more. She's just the more complete player. So if we can get to the net and, see, there it was. All she had to do was just not hit it into the net, and we had it. And then she's making these silly mistakes. And Rybakina gets the break right off the bat. Oh, that's tough. There's a backhand winner. Oh, just long. So it's back to 30 all. Only then every time she gets a point, Rybakina comes back with an ace of her own, and now she's already up 2-0. Lara holds serve, and she holds it again. 3-4, 4-5. She battled back, so it was just that very first one. We're going to start with everything we've got to offer here. She's not got the double faults, but 8 aces for Rybakina. Absolutely destroying her. I'm not sure what we should try. Oh, boy. All right, let's see what we got. Going all in on this one. Starting off holding serve better, at least 2-1. 3-2, breaking Rybakina. Oh, she gets the break, 4-2. She's got to hold, 5-2. There we go, 6-3. Lara came back with a vengeance in that one. Second set, 2 aces to 3. Rybakina's serve was not as good. The second serve points we did much better on. 22 total winners, 15 with the forehand. 14 of 16 at the net. That's fantastic. Let's keep this up, Lara. Both hold serve to start. Oh, 2-2. Rybakina, 3-3. Oh, no, there's the break. And Rybakina takes her down 6-3 in the third set. It was so close. Heartbreaker for Lara Kristina. Brings in $105,000. Makes us profitable for the month already. She's going to pick up a lot of points off of that. 1,300 points. Let's see where that puts her in the rankings. But before we do, let's have a couple bonus matches here with Misha and Maria. We'll check in on them at their levels to wrap this one up and see how these 2 youngsters are doing. Maria is, she's getting close to where she's going to be able to earn a qualifying draw potentially for one of these Grand Slams. I think it will be next season. I don't see her getting there for the U.S. Open, but she is getting ever closer. Oh, forgot to watch the rest of that one. I'm sorry. Misha did get the point, the win. Let's see how he does on the return. Woo, Dragoni crushing that one. The skill level when you watch these so different than what we're used to seeing with Lara and Nathan and Milagros. Like, it's just night and day. Even Victor has just emerged such a dangerous, skilled player. But this is our future as well. Except the future is going to be Victor next year for the men. And then Lara, we'll see if she can be joined by Milagros and Maria up there, and if she can get over the hump and actually stay healthy for the Australian. But what we're going to be doing next episode, I'll go ahead and tell you as we're doing this, we are going to come back for the U.S. Open. But since Lara has won the U.S. Open, in the women's U.S. Open, we're only going to watch the matches from the quarterfinal on. And anything we've already knocked on our box, ticked our box off for, we're not going to watch the whole tournament. But if Nathan or Andre are in the main draw, since we have not won the men's side, we will watch all of their tournament like we normally do when it comes to the Grand Slams. So that's why I think it will help just to, we've already won, so we want to see the quarterfinals and semifinals of those big tournaments, but we don't need to watch the whole tournament if that is the case. And this is not a good start to his semifinal for Misha. Let's see if he can bounce back with that intensity level up. 2-1. He's holding serve at least this time. So, I thought he was going to get broke. 5-4, and he almost had the break himself. 6-5, and now we go into the tiebreak. It doesn't look like it's going his way. It is not, but a semifinal run is there. He's ready to move up potentially to the J3s. We're not in any rush, though. He's got another J4 and then a J3 coming up, his first one. So we're happy with that. Let's see what Maria can do in the semifinal here. Hopefully we'll be seeing her twice here. This is, again, someone who is on the rise. She's not quite there, but she's getting closer and closer. And I think next year will be her breakout year to get into the top 300 thereabouts, maybe win a WTA 60 or something like that. She's right on the cusp of it. Just need to get her in some good form to get there. She might even end the season there, but I don't think she's going to be ready for the U.S. Open qualifiers. I don't think she'll be ranked high enough at that point. Still has some growth to do. All right, so Maria's fighting back into the net. So, but there we go. Shades of Sydney with that one. That one definitely shades of Sydney. She does have a little bit of that going on. And that's what we're hoping, that she not only gets to Sydney but surpasses her. She was rated as one of our better players as a youth member. And now that I thought about it, the youth team, we have not checked in on them. There's a reason for that, because there's nobody who's going to be joining our squad. Since Nathan's contract's not up, we're not going to get rid of him for any of the players that we currently have. I think the best rated we have is a very good option. If we don't have a least top player, we're not going to make any changes, and not going to ditch Nathan for that. Maria's having trouble here as well. She battles back 6-5 though, and she actually takes the first set after a rough start. Maintain the pressure. I don't know why she's so fearful. Now she's confident. That's good. Both hold serve. Then Maria gets the first break. Hold serve 3-1. Breaks again 4-1. Then she's given all the points back. 5-3. Almost got the win. She's got a chance to serve out for it. She does serve out for it 6-4. Let's get her ready for the final. I will show you the youth team. Like I said, I forgot to do that. So this is our youth team. We've got two very good player options. The one thing that is encouraging, their overall rating is a little bit better than what we've seen in some of the other ones. I think with the 5-4-3, their growth is happening. But Andy Story is our best one. He's an early bloomer, very good player. He's not going to be the guy we bring in, though. Not to replace Nathan. He could. If Nathan's contract was up, I'd bring him in. but I don't think it would. And Johnny Swanepoel, who actually might be better because he'll actually max out later a little bit, and he's already got good forehand and consistency, and his mental attributes are better. So she's actually a lot better. She gives me some pause to think about what maybe to do, because we know we can up that serve really quickly, and she's already starting with a good forehand. She's also not got any penalties to her physical stuff, which we can get that improved. But these mental abilities already off the bat, the composure and killer instinct being what they are, that's pretty good. She's one that could maybe, we'll see how she finishes out the season and where she's at. But I think we'll probably be keeping Nathan for another season until his contract is up. Let's now see what we can do in the final for Maria. And can she take home a W25 final and possibly make a run? I'm going to try to get her to get into the qualifiers of the U.S. Open. But can she make a run to get enough points to get to that position where she can earn herself a spot? That's the question. She's got to win tournaments like this if she's going to. I still think she's probably till next season is whenever she'll be ready for that. She's got to get her attributes up a little bit more to even be competitive if she does get that qualifier draw. But that one looked really nice. She definitely shows the potential. Hits it long, though. We're back to deuce. Then Yu Chen skies that one. Maria's looking to put it away for the first game here of the set. Oh, and she skies it back the other way. Back to advantage for Maria. And a winner. Let's see if she can start off well against Yu Chen Lin as far as the break. Oh, excellent return. Well done again. First return game is looking very good. Up to the net, both of them, and Maria wins that battle. Looking for a triple break point here. She gets it on the first one. Well done. 4 straight points and went 2-0, but then she gives back almost gave back her service game. It's up 4-1. 5-2 should be a formality, we're hoping. No, it's not, though. Oh, my goodness. Anything but 6-5. Now they go back to a tiebreaker. What a collapse for Maria, and then loses that set. Absolute travesty the way she handled everything at the beginning there. That may be some of the mental attributes kicking in. I don't know. 2-2. 3-3. Not looking good. She's fighting from behind. What should have been a formality ends up being a disaster for her in the first set. And now she's struggling to try to get that second set, and she's tiring as well. 6-6. And she loses 2 straight tiebreakers. That's not a good finish on that one. But let's check in on things. So she does pick up some points and some money. She should be in good spirits. Look at this. They are all doing well. So here we go. Nathan was able to bring $35,000 home in that grass season. Lara Christina brought in $1.5 million, picking up 1,500 points. Nathan picked up 14. Milligers picked up 55. Remember, that is a much shorter season there, so that's good. 51,000. Scanlon picked up no points and 24,000. That was in his. Oh no, then in the junior, because he played in the French Open juniors, he picked up 300 points. We don't care about the rankings though or anything for that. He's done with that. Maria picked up 26 points. Victor picked up 7 in the ATP and as well as 8,000 in prize money. He's up to 1201. That's going to be what he's doing in this next part. Even though he's up there in 10th in juniors, he's moving on. 20 points for Faisal in that one and 23 points for Misha. So let's see the rankings as we get to Monday, as we enter the hard court season. And then hopefully, Victor comes back, and whenever we do, I can tell you about good news for the Wimbledon juniors. Oh, okay. So Misha's getting offered a J2 in week 32. Wow. He'd be coming off a J4. I don't think it's worth it. What are we all ranked at? Okay, so 196 for Nathan. He's gone down 27 spots. Milagros is 188. She went up 2 spots. Victor dropped 4. Maria is up to, or Laura is up to 4, going up 4 spots. Andre Scanlon, he is up 1 spot. Maria is, so Milagros went up, I'm sorry. Maria's up 138 spots to 503. She has a couple W25s. This is the only one I think that might have a chance to get her into the U.S. Open qualifiers. Not holding out hope there. Faisal is up 6 spots. And then Misha is up 15 spots into the top 250, but he's not in the top 10 of Germany. So maybe we do need to put him into a J2 so he can try to gain and get a little happier. Maria's morale is not as good as I would think, considering she just went to a final. A little confused on that one. But that's where we're going to wrap this one up. Goodness, I guess, Misha, we got to get you in there so you can try to get that. Maria's in a J2. No. Nathan's going to be going into that Challenger 75. Laura's up in the WTA 1000s. Scaling into a Challenger 25. Oh, the same one. What's the draw look like? Are they? We don't know, but Scanlon's right there. They could face pretty early on. And then Victor is registered into an M15. This is what we're trying for this time. He's going to be in some M15s. We're shifting to the pro season for him. He's already met his goal. He's going to keep all of that. I have no concerns whatsoever. He's going to be happy, and we'll be able to hopefully change it. Or we already extended his contract, so all is right with Victor and the growth that he's going to show. Let's show where everybody's at. And so as I wrap this one up, oh, there we go. Serve spins getting up there for Nathan. I want to thank you all for joining me on this one. We were so close to not adding another Grand Slam to Laura's championships, and it was so close to adding that third one for our Academy graduates as well. There's Milagros. Scanlon improved quite a bit, but we're going to wrap this one up here. Next time we'll be back for the U.S. Open. Like I said, if it's Laura, we're not going to check in until the quarterfinal, so it may not even be to the WTA's finals. We'll see where we're at. But if Nathan or Andre in there, we'll watch the whole thing. Hopefully we'll see Lara in the quarterfinal and beyond. That would be really good news on her way to trying to get to number 1. Oh, man, see, Victor's just crushing it. And then even Faisal gets a nice jump to the drop shot from 1 training. And then here, level 4hand at 9. Drop shots up to 7 for Misha. So that's good news all around. And we're just going to hope that we can get Lara up to number 1. She's only 4,000 points away. Would be where Rybakina is, but unfortunately that was switched. So maybe the U.S. Open could be the key to unlocking that, and if she can stay healthy for the Australian Open. But until next time, take care. And as always, have yourselves an amazing day and go out there and help somebody else have one as well.